Welcome to Mermaid Love Tarot for your 5-part weekly bundle reading. I'm a counselor, a 2-time award-winning actress, and tarot reader. Enjoy your reading.
Hello Taurus, welcome back to Mermaid Love Tarot. My name is Priscilla and I am not just any tarot reader. I'm going to begin letting you guys know about the raffle, but our first part of the reading, since we have 5 parts, we're going to begin with angel answers for whatever questions you have in your mind. But first, I want to let you know that there are 4 things people have been asking. There are 4 things that you need to do in order to enter the raffle, where I'll be doing a mini reading at the end of every reading for your sign. So for example, right now we're doing Taurus, right? You're going to put your first or last name. First and last will help me better to connect with your energies. But you can put your first. You can also, if you can, put your date of birth, not the year. Hit like, share. If you haven't already subscribed. Those are the 4 things that you need to do. Every week or every other week when I do the reading, in the beginning of the reading, I'm going to announce the name of the winner. At the end of the video, I am going to do your mini reading. All right. In addition, you guys, I don't know, I know that every week I have new people. I am a 2-time award-winning actress. I leave the link for that in my main description box, so you can check out my Instagram and follow me there, as well as my IMDB page, so you can check out my red carpet moments and all that good stuff. Also, I've just joined forces with Amazon. So I have the link to my Amazon store right next to the Little Mermaid on the main page of my channel, right next to the Little Mermaid. You'll see that it says Amazon shop. In addition to the link, I also put different links to different categories. All right. And such as, all my tarot decks and oracle decks. I also have all like my jewelry, because people always asking me, where did you get your earrings? My bracelets, all the things that I eat, my snacks, household items, beauty products that are my favorites, because I'm like Oprah, all of my favorite things. So, you can just go by each category if you want to check that out, but it also works like a regular Amazon store. So if you don't want to purchase anything from any of my categories, you can go free, but just go through your Amazon account using my link, you guys. It will really help me a whole lot. All right. Also, I read in English and in Spanish, so feel free to go check out the Spanish reading with English subtitles. So you have a lot of success coming in, okay? So whatever question you had on your mind, you're going to be successful at whatever it is you're attempting to do. And then you have helpful people. So you might have helpful people coming into your life to help you be successful in whatever it is that you want to do. All right. And you guys, one more thing I left out. I have these Saint Benedict medallions in my esoteric section at my Amazon shop, so that you can do the ritual that I leave at the end of every video, along with the egg ritual to cleanse your home. All right. We are now moving to your energy check. What do we have for Taurus? And another reason why I invite you to subscribe is because when I go live, I answer free tarot questions. I am going to be starting my membership soon, and in my membership, I am going to be going live at least 3 times a week and answering questions for my members. I just became monetized with YouTube, a little 2 months short of my 1-year anniversary, because I started in June of last year. So you have the card of indifferent. All right, you're just gonna be feeling like you don't care what people have to say about you or possibly to you. Okay, the number 25 might be significant. 5 is transformation. We might see the death in tarot. And the number 2 just means connecting, right? You may be coming together with another friend. Finding somebody in love, right? If you're single. What else do we have for Taurus? Every week, you guys, I change my decks because I have over 200 decks. As you can see on the wall back there and all over here. And then there's another wall and there's more cards behind me. So the obsession is real. I love what I do. And even though I'm an actress, people are always like, but you're a 2-time award-winning actress. What are you doing? I'm like, but I love tarot. And that's not something that, I love it. All right, I've been doing this since I was 9 years old, just on my own without tarot cards, telling people what was going to happen, only to leave them shocked. And then God introduced me when I was in high school to tarot. And I've been doing it for years. It's almost like I just use it as an instrument so that to help my guides give me more clear messages. Obviously, they can't speak, but they, through intuition, tell me what I need to share with you guys. Thriving. So yeah, you have the card of success and now you have the card of thriving. So there's something that you may be in the process of doing that, you're going to thrive in it because you're going to have a lot of helpful people. That could be thriving in school, thriving in a new job, thriving in, doing work in your house, just whatever. It says clear entangled karma. Every relationship holds lessons. Break free from karmic ties that no longer serve your growth, right? So you just need to get rid of people who are, not there for you, people who aren't helpful. I think that by you removing these people from your life, new people come in, and these are the helpful people that we're seeing here. For sure, because, you're just entangled, maybe too much drama, envy, gossip. And then here we have the wrong ones show up loud, the right ones show up steady. All right, drama doesn't equal passion, it equals exhaustion. So if you are with somebody who only brings you drama, see, you got to let go of people. That's what they might be talking about with this karma card. They're telling you if there are people that do not serve you, you need to get rid of them. And then you have confirmation with the second card. You simply cannot make it up. You cannot make it up. When my guides have something to let you know, they will. And they will clarify that like nobody's business. So for me, the Tower, the Fool, Nine of Pentacles, 6 and 7 of Wands, the Sun. I haven't seen the Moon in a long time, and Judgment. All right. Some of you may be deciding that you want to go back to school and learn something. And you're also going to be gathering information with regards to something here with the Page of Swords. This is Gemini energy. If you before were moving quick, it's almost like you're going to stop and you're going to start observing things very, very carefully and making really sharp decisions. You're not going to be jumping into things. You're going to be very curious about things. And you're going to be, just saying, well, let me slow down. Let me really do this. In order for me to thrive and be successful, I got to really know what I'm doing, right? 2 more, please. We're going to do 3 and then 3, what is it? Your advice, money and career, and then love and more oracle messages. Okay. So you see, you are leaving people behind who no longer serve you. This is the 3rd time confirmed. And we're not even so far into the reading. You're just gonna, go on. There might have been somebody who betrayed you, who, faked to be something they're not. And you just went through a lot of spiritual hurt, right? Emotional hurt. And they're just telling you move on because there's so much more that's coming in fast. All right. And even though things come in fast, you're going to be like, okay, no, I want to slow down. This is Sagittarius energy. Okay. But you're going to be full of energy. You're going to be doing things with a whole lot of passion. Okay. These are events that unfold quickly. Then you're like, wait, what is happening? Everything is coming at once, but it's not a bad thing. You know how sometimes things come at once and it's a bad thing? Some of you may be literally, again, traveling any form of transportation, but more airplane. So, you may be like going to other countries to see what's out there, to see if maybe you can anchor somewhere else and be more successful somewhere else. Or if you're opening, a business, you might be going to a different country to try and make a deal with regards to manufacturing or something. And signing contracts, because this is a lot having to do that as well. I put the Temperance back and it came back out. 1 more, please. Yeah, at the bottom of the deck, somebody for sure betrayed you and you are on your way for things to get better. All right, in your head a lot. Yep, maybe about this business, maybe about the people who have wronged you. Just feeling disappointment, right? But this could also mean, all right, I'm in my head because, I have a business to build, right? And you're in your head trying to think, where do I put my sofas? what am I going to sell here? That kind of thing, okay? But you've been in your head. I think I said the Nine of Swords. I am almost sure. All right. And then you have the Knight of Wands, right? I was telling you that even though things may happen fast, you're going to be very curious, right? But at the same time, you're going to be fast when it comes to passion. All right. You're going to be very enthusiastic and really aggressive when you take action, but not in a bad way because he's fast, not in a bad way, just in a way that you're like eager. You're like, oh my God, I want to get this done. I want to see, the outcome of this. I want to see what kind of money I want to make, that kind of thing. Then you have Temperance with Sagittarius energy. So really using your wisdom, right? Saying, okay, what are the things that in the past have worked and have failed, right? And then you're going to be coordinating things accordingly, right? Because you're going to be like with a lot of hope. The Temperance is a lot about hope, just throwing yourself, believing in yourself, trusting in that everything is going to be all right. Okay, and you have thriving success. It's insane. All right, the vibe, energy shift, focus, self-regulation, boundary, inspiration. So you're going to be very inspired to do things, setting boundaries, feeling like an energy shift from, I was going to stay still, and all of a sudden just feeling like you want to eat up the world. Okay, and you will. You will. All right, we're moving on to money and career. What do we have for Taurus, please? And you're gonna, if you've been good, you're gonna get your good karma. But you gotta move away from anything that stalls you. Any negativity, any people who are jealous. And you know who they are. You know who they are. You need to stay away from them. And you have saving face. You may need to grin and bear it to maintain respect and keep your job. Or you need to smile and make nice to get the position you want. All right. So they're telling you, even though you don't want to be there, you're going to be saving face, smiling at people. I guess that whole thing of faking it till you make it, right? In this case, until you get something that you really want to do. That might be the one thing that has you vibing low. And then all of a sudden you say, you know what? I really don't want to be in this job anymore. I don't want to save face anymore. I don't want to make believe I'm happy when I'm really not. I want to find what makes me happy. And that's when you begin to thrive. All right. Some of you may be working in like retail, opening up your own supermarket. Okay. You might have like an idea in mind. And then now you're seeing the green light, like confirmation. Now you're seeing the green light. Yes, I want to do this. Maybe something, you may consider careers in like e-commerce, right? But you just want this extra income to come in. So you're willing to like really put your mind into things, stay focused, and do what you need to do to thrive and make things happen. It's like they're confirming, like, yeah, this is what you need to do. You need to do what makes you happy. And I get it because we have to pay the bills. So we're going to take, whatever. But, and this might also be that you do love your job. But then there's people at your work that are just, you can't deal with. Book, paperwork, contracts. I told you with the 8 of Wands, right? So you might be signing contracts. You might be, when I say you might, go back to school, consider going back to school. It says learning as you go, right? So some of you may be in a job, but you might still want to take like little classes here and there, not to fall behind because things are always changing, right? Especially with AI now in our lives, right? Everybody's like trying to jump on that boat and trying to learn as much as they can. All right, we move on to love. What do we have for Taurus? All right, I can't promise you anything. This could be you or this person telling you, I can't promise you anything. Maybe I can't promise you that I want to, go ahead and get engaged to you. I can promise you that I can, buy this for you, whatever it may be. And it says neglect. Yeah, not paying attention to what's important. Decide what's truly worth spending time on. All right, so if a person is telling you, I'm not willing to give you that time, I can't promise you anything, then they're neglecting you, right? And they're basically telling you, move on. because you don't need to be spending time on something that's not worth you spending time on. These cards are shaped as a heart, and they're hard to shuffle. As long as Spirit gives me the card, I'm good. All right, so it says here, close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. Yeah, you are in a circumstance, right? It's either like you're feeling neglect, this person is not really paying attention to you. Because I was telling Capricorn, we can be in a relationship and still feel like we're alone and we don't have anybody, like we don't exist to that person. It's messed up, but it's life. All right. All right, we're moving on to Oracle messages. What do we have for Taurus? It says Storm Tamer. Your relationship with chaos is evolving. You don't just survive storms, you alchemize them and turn them into opportunities for transformation, okay? So, you know, back to you maybe having chaos at work and just surviving the storm, all right? Surviving the storm for a reason, because you just want to be strategic as you know, transform things. Or, you know, take a leap of faith in doing something else that you love. What do we have for Taurus? Taurus, please, Spirit. Thank you. All right, and it says all that is. I recognize the love that flows through all of life, seeing every part of the universe as an expression of this divine force. I am aware of God's presence in everything with open heart. I embrace the magic and beauty of all that is, knowing I am part of this magnificent whole. All right, look at that little plan, right? As it grows, that's going to be you, right? Starting all over, being successful because you put hard work into things and you were very strategic on how you did things. The mirror, know thyself. They're basically telling you have a self-examination, look in the mirror, see what's missing, see what you need, and seeing overall who you really are, okay? But mostly like, what do I want to do? Where do I want to be, you know, 5 years from now? Just like really looking in the mirror, right? But you're going to, like we said, you're going to have successful people coming into your life and helpful people. D and P, they're giving me the name Paul and Donovan. Spirit is so random. I would have never even thought of the name Donovan. All right. All right. So we have Scorpio for additional signs, Capricorn, your fellow sign, and Gemini. All right, you guys. It has been great. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to go to my Amazon shop. Put your information in the description box. Like, share, subscribe for your chance to win a mini reading with me, yours truly. All right, you guys. Don't forget to live in love and harmony, one love. And also don't forget to help people no matter who they are. Take care.
Thanking you for watching, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.